Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Wolf, and welcome back to another episode of LEGO Arts. In the last episode, we did a solo minifig showcase on Sakura from Windbreaker. Now, this episode, we're actually going to do a review video, this time looking at Jin-Customs' Deadpool and Wolverine collection. So as you can see, we have 4 minifigures here with Deadpool, Wolverine, X-23, and Dogpool. So, this video, I wanted to do, actually, for a while back, because I ordered these figures 2 years ago. I ordered these back in July of 2024 from Mini Legogo, like I did with the previous Jin-Custom figures, and Wolverine had shipped in last year, and I thought about doing a video just about him by then, but I wanted to do all the figures together, so I waited, tried, reaching out to Mini of, hey, have you gotten any information? Didn't get a response until last week. He finally managed to get back to me and said got the figures in, sorry for the late response, and they were able to get these in, and now all of them are here, so finally I can get around to doing this video. And just looking at these figures, these look really awesome, and I'll be taking in a dive with each of them, but to start off, of course, just like with the Spider-Man figures, each of them have their own special little cards. Oops, sorry, Dogpool. Each of them have their own little number cards. So this one is 142 out of 179.89. Pretty cool. I do like the artwork that we have here with Deadpool and with all the figures in general. This one is 174 out of 198. Pretty cool. Wolverine. Whoopsies. And Wolverine, we got 29 out of 185. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, with X-23, we have 65 out of 90. Not too bad. And, of course, onto the side here, we have some extra parts for mostly with Deadpool and Wolverine, which I'll explain that with that as we go into more detail of it. But just like how we normally do with showcases stuff, we'll take these big figures one at a time, do review them, and give a full dive look into it. So, without further ado, let's get the pedestal out and get the showcase on the road. Alright, so to start off this review is, of course, the Merc with the Mouth Deadpool. So already looking at this figure, there's a lot going on with this minifigure. So you can see the pad printed detailing all around with the figure. Of course, articulation in the arms, detailing on the side. Same thing with the legs. Legs looks really cool. We even got printing inside the legs, which really like. That's that small attention to detail. It looks super cool. And overall, this looks really awesome. We even get a little bit of print work and work inside with the arms itself, which that extra little mile, as I've said before, I really love that detail design work. So it looks really good. And overall, with the printing itself, it's super clean, super crisp, and matches very well with Deadpool in the movie. Now, with some extra details that we got, you can see a lot of 3D elements are added onto this. So on the sides, you can see that he's got his gun. You got his gun pieces, and these are actually magnetic onto the side, so you can see the little holster with a little magnet, so we can clip in and then keep the gun at the holster on the side. And same thing on the back over here. The sword pack is magnetic as well. You can see comes off and printing and more print work over there and there on the back, and same thing with the back of the legs. Looks pretty cool. The katanas, I really like the detailing on the katanas. See katanas with the gold and black, and we remove it. It looks really cool. Really cool. I really like that. Oh, we even get, it's a bit hard to tell on the camera if we can focus it a little bit here. Yeah, but you can kind of see some detailing work on the bottom of the hilt. On the hilts, it's a little minor detail of it didn't have to be put in there, but that extra little bit is really good. I really like that. I like that. The printing, there's print work on the hands themselves, which looks really cool. And this figure actually comes in with, hold on a second. So this figure comes in with a second pair of hands. That's these ones have the custom glove top molds that they have. It's they're the same ones that were used with the Spider-Man minifigures but now in black, and you can see the printed detailing of the metal plates on the back of Deadpool's hand. I think looks really cool. Going back to the figure a little bit. Oops, sorry. Going back to the figure, we get this printed belt. Looks really nice. And in the mask, I actually really like the mask. I like the mask. So you can see the work all the way around, the seams on the back, little nubbin on the little back of the mask. And this is actually removable, but not in traditional Lego sense. This one is actually done with micro magnets. So you can see on the back, these two magnet pieces put in together, and then you'd see the whole thing with the helmet, which makes sense because with the way how this mask is designed, it looks like it wraps all the way around with the head. the head. So there's realistically no way that you could just stick it on normally and pull it off. So this is a nice little compromise that they added it in. And it does come in with a second mask. Like real quick. So he has like Deadpool's like mischievous, excited kind of expression you can see here. It's really good. And then of course like it comes in with a regular like minifigure head. And your head's printed work. And it looks pretty cool. There's printing not wrapped all the way around with the head, but honestly that's okay. That's okay. Like it still looks pretty good. Now going back to the figure itself, of course we can see like the scarred up face. It looks really nice. And nice, like it's printed work on the front, and then of course like there on the back. It looks like underneath there is some kind of like custom neck piece that's if we remove it, you can see that this is actually like a separate piece altogether, which it looks pretty cool. And cool, like again, an extra little detail that they didn't have to put it in, but it's the extra mile, and it looks really, really great. And while we have the head off, you can actually see like the top of the figure has some printing as well. Again, didn't have to go that bit, but the extra mile looks really, really well done, so I really like it. And yeah, that's overall, like, with the overall look on Deadpool. This is a very solid figure. Like, there's a lot going on here. The 3D elements looks pretty cool. And cool. It's very movie accurate. I love the printing that wraps all the way around with the figure. Even in sections where they didn't have to put the printing on it. And overall, it just looks really, really good. So this is a solid minifigure. Next up, of course, we have Hugh Jackman's Wolverine finally in the iconic yellow and blue costume. This looks really, really awesome. Like, same thing with Deadpool. And there's a bunch of printing, like, all the way around with this figure. And it has, like, its own 3D elements. To it, with some of the stuff, like, we could see with the arms, has a nice articulation, really good. Same thing with the legs, and almost full printing around over the legs, but you can see, like, on the insides. Inside's got some print work here. Looks really great. So looks pretty clean and crisp. The arms, I really love with the arms. Or so they did with this one. So one of the stuff that Jin-Customs wanted to do was they wanted to make the claws like easily removable and put on. So you could see on the back of the claws there's micro-magnets, and same thing on with the hand. The hand, it looks like they either like just cut in some of the mark detailing of Wolverine's gloves, or maybe it's like a custom piece altogether. But you can see, like, with the gloves, like, you can put in the claws on there, and there. It looks really great, and then, like, the extra bits on the claws, on, like, the gloves in general, like, this part is 3D printed, looks really great. There's some print work on the back, looks clean and crisp again, looks really well done. He's also got, like, this, pauldron piece, and that, like, its own 3D element on there. It looks really nice and really good. And in the mask, I gotta say, this is probably, like, the best adaptation of a Lego Wolverine mask in MCU fashion. It looks so well done and so well made. It perfectly, like, wraps around with the head, and the head, like, pretty good. I love with with the mouthpiece that it blends in perfectly well with the head underneath. So if you remove it, we can see, of course, like, with Wolverine's head with the angry expression, and it actually came in with, additionally, I got a couple of extra heads on this one, so you could see of like him without the mask having that aggressive look, and then like underneath would be like him wearing the mask but in a more neutral expression. And of course, to come in with this head, and instead of go ahead and remove this head, instead we get a separate Wolverine head of just him without the mask, like he had in the majority of the movie. He comes in with a custom hairpiece that matches up very well with his hairstyle, and this really captures like Hugh Jackman's likeness overall, and is really, really well done. Like, overall, again, like, the print work looks super fantastic. I love the articulation that is put in with this. The 3D elements is a very nice touch, and overall, like, really good. And it's a very solid figure. And I like that the glove pieces are three-dimensional, for, like, if you wanted to say, for instance, like, take this figure but have him for, like, his without the sleeves like he usually has in the comics. You could just swap out with the hands and the gloves and swap it on with, like, some plain like arms, and it match up very well. It's really, really well done. Again, the mask is probably my favorite bit and my favorite piece because it just looks so incredible, and it's just overall like a fantastic figure. figure. So I really like this Wolverine figure, and it's really, really great. Next up, we have Laura Kenny X23. This figure looks really great. Great. Again, I'm going to be saying that and that throughout the whole video because all these figures just look really fantastic. With a couple of stuff on this one. Like, it's with the hairpiece. Hairpiece looks really great. I love that. And I love that, like, the end tips, like, wrap over with the backpack to make it see, and to, like, make it work well, and have it for where the hairpiece fits on without compromising anything. And it actually comes in with two hairpieces, so we have this one with her sunglasses. Go ahead and remove that. We can see, like, her neutral face underneath, and we can slip on, like, just a normal hairpiece without the sunglasses. It still looks incredible. And it comes in with a second head, where we have like, just like with Wolverine, like, her angry, ready-to-fight expression. Looks really well done, really great, The rest of the figure, again, looks really good, and great. The backpack is three-dimensional as well, so we go ahead and remove the hair so we can see the backpack. Looks really great, I love that it's made seamless to where, like, it can wrap around with the figure without compromising anything. Looks really good. It also comes in here with, like, this little unicorn that is magnetic. I'm not sure why it's magnetic. They could have probably just left it on as a whole piece, but nonetheless, it's still pretty good. On the side, we could see, like, some printing and some print work with, like, with her jacket and, like, her jacket vest. This looks really good, really seamless as well. And she comes in with some glove tops that we can see that these ones are actually having the claws, and the claws just on the glove tops itself, but still looks good. And then down here, we can see, like, with her feet, printing on the legs, very well done. But also this cool bit for where she has, like, her singular claws from her feet, and then underneath you can see that the figure is designed to where you can stick this still on a display case without compromising anything. That's a nice like, attention to detail, and stuff that I've tried to do with a couple of other figures that I did with, like, Donald from Kingdom Hearts. So to see it in action like this is really awesome. And in the printing work over here, I love the sort of, like, rock T-shirt on here, and then the printing work on with like the X-Men belt, the detailing on the vest jacket. It's all really, really great. And overall, like, again, a very solid figure. It's not quite as detailed and doesn't have a whole lot of, like, complicated parts like Deadpool does, but it still looks fantastic. It's still a solid figure overall, and is really, really nice. Like, overall, like, again, it's really incredible. Love the print work, love the articulation all with it. And yeah, it's just really great. Last but certainly not least, we have Dogpool. I had to be careful of displaying this one because, unlike the other figures, this one doesn't fit on a stub quite as well as these other ones. So I have to be a little bit careful when reviewing this one, but there's definitely some stuff to talk about with this figure. So it's an entirely, like, a 3D printed piece, and it's, like, fully completely, but they still have, like, a lot of detail work put onto this. So, of course, like, we have the tongue hanging out from the mouth, the spiky mohawk. Then down below, you can see, like, the Deadpool collar, the little booties, the suit that wraps all the way around with the figure here. And then it's articulated enough to where, like, you can pose it, and pose the back legs to make it sit, and to make it look like Dogpool is just sitting, and just looks really good. It's a very solid build, and impressive, like, attention to detail work. I do think, like, one complaint is probably, like, the fact that this figure, it can't stick on a stud piece. Like, if I wanted to put this on like a display case, for instance, I'd have to do just, like, a regular, like, flat surface. I can't actually put it on a Lego compatible piece. That's probably the only downside with it. Other than that, it still looks good. Like, the color palette matches up well. The detail work, very fantastic, and just overall, like, a pretty solid build. So I'd deduct a point for not being, like, completely, like, compatible, but with the rest of it, it still looks very good, still movie accurate, still awesome. And that's pretty much going to do it for this review on the Deadpool and Wolverine Jin-Custom minifigures. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So overall thoughts on just these 4 figures alone, very solid figures. Like, attention to detail, detailing. I love the additional pieces that they put on this one, especially Deadpool. He has the most 3-dimensional pieces pieces, and overall, like, pretty solid figures. A couple of flaws that I've already pointed out throughout the video, but other than that, these are still very cool minifigures. And he's done. And Jin-Customs has done a lot more other figures, such as, like, Lady Deadpool, battle damage variants of Deadpool and Wolverine, the Cavalry Wolverine. I believe they did Channing Tatum's Gambit. They did a few other figures that I was tempted to get, but only reason that I didn't is none of these were cheap. These were cheap. Like, collector minifigures, there's like these, like, they're fun to get, not easy to afford. But still very cool nonetheless. So if you're interested in figures like this, you can check out Jin-Customs on Instagram. You could also check out like the reseller that I got from was Mini Lego Go, so you can check him out. And I guess with updates with Lego arts in general, I am still working on the Devil May Cry remake project, but it has been making some good progress, especially with a couple of new tools I got. Oh my god, and I should be getting like some of the custom parts, mostly for Virgil very soon. So I'll be able to get back to work on that very soon. And in the meantime, that's overall gonna be it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, if you want to check out with the stuff with Jin and Minnie, I'll include links to them in the description below, so go check them out. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. It really helps us work on Let's Plays, Lego projects, and mainly here to have some fun. So overall, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, come over to Twitch, share it to your friends, subscribe to YouTube, follow me on Twitch. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time in the next video. Goodbye!